Hi, everybody. Welcome to Richmond Public Library's Twitch stream. Today we're going to be playing I think it's our fourth installment of our Dungeons and Dragons series, and today is the final installment. So we will find out if the party survives or if there's, a TPK, which is total party kill. Not that I'm going for that or anything, but if you want to weigh in whether or not you think it's going to happen, you can do that in the chat. And
Maybe Klaus should go for it.
I would like to welcome my players back, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves. If Jayush, you would like to start, please.
Hi, my name is Jayush. I've been a DM for a long time. I've run with the library for a long time, and it's a pleasure to be here once more for the last time. My character is Ancient Man, a very old monk who's going out for one last adventure and definitely will be surviving by till the end of the session. Definitely.
All right, and let's hear from Krog.
Yes, I'm Andrew, and I'm playing Krog, who may end things for Ain tonight.
And
Okay.
and Sinyo.
Name's Sinyo, rogue. I like to stab things. I'm out for revenge after a chimera ate my ox that I was going to sell on the market, and decided to hang along with these adventurers here.
If you lose your ox, that seems like the right thing to do. Devnos.
Common saying in Arcadia.
All right, so I'm Michael. Yeah, my character is Devnos Rolnath. He's a ranger, and he's grumpy about Marrow. Really doesn't like them, and they seem to keep cropping up in this campaign. So he's gonna kill some stuff, man.
Everybody has goals. That's excellent. And I realize that I'm so used to doing Twitch streaming with the library that I don't even think I need an introduction, but I'm James the Tech, and I'm going to be the Dungeon Master today. So I am the ruler of the world, which, I'm trying not to have a power trip, but it's hard to do when you're the ruler of everything. So anyways, with that, our last week on Dungeons and Dragons, our players had been traveling from the fishing village where they saved the day and rescued a whole bunch of villagers from the Marrow. And they made their way along the plains with Biliam, who was taking them to see Leandros, who was burying his father, the king, that had just died in a battle with the Marrow. They had heard some rumors about a possible rogue priest named Xanathar who was sacrificing people to a kraken, and they met up with Landros. He was burying his father. He was very, very sad. He said, come to the palace tomorrow. We'll have dinner. We'll talk. And so the party went into Ithaca, where they decided to go do a little bit of shopping and check out the wares. They went into Spells and Things, which was uh, a spell shop, of course, and they discovered that the spell shop was not owned by a wizard as it seemed. It was actually owned by a rogue dwarf who lined his shelves by lining his own pockets with wizards that he met. And uh, this is where they were. I can't remember if you guys decided that he was showing you some rings of swimming, and I can't remember if you were deciding to buy them or if you hadn't, or
Well, Ain has bought one.
Yeah, there were three
I have bought
purchased.
one.
three, correct? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
Krog
thought.
got
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. So in the case of encountering Kraken in the water, which is most likely the case we're going to be fighting against, that we will not be caught unawares and with, as they say, our trousers down.
All right.
Is it togas? It's togas, right? Togas down. This is vaguely Greek.
Tunic, toga,
Tunic,
hard to
toga.
tell.
Yeah.
Hang on, we only got 3 rings. There's 4 of us.
I don't need one. I'm
Uh,
frightened.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dovnos is well at home in the water.
Yeah. And Rusaba, the dwarf, he's right here behind the counter. He takes your money and he very gruffly says, "Well, thanks very much. Really appreciate it. If there's anything else I can lift for you, sell to you, you just tell me what you need, and within a day or two, I can usually have it here."
We'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, thanks.
Is there anything else that you would like? Anything else that you need?
Hmm. Aiden looks around to the rest of the party. I'm quite all right as it is. Grog, Dovno, Sinyo, you all look to be of the like steel weapon using sort.
Well, I do have plenty of
All of
weapons,
you
and
all
he took
stock
most
up
of my
on.
gold, so I think I'm good for now.
Yeah, I'm good. We
Yeah.
tried asking the last time. I think we tried asking about anything else that might help us against the Kraken or the Marrow, and I think the best he could do is produce those rings.
Yep.
Well, I was wondering more about, like, say, do you need like more crossbow bolts, or do you need extra daggers? I do think we have like 12 or something spears that we lifted from the
Tridents. I think they're
Marrow event?
tridents.
Yeah,
aren't they?
tridents.
Tridents,
It
12
was
or
a
something,
stack of
12 or so
tridents.
something
Yep.
tridents.
Yep. You could almost put the trident in a giant crossbow.
Don't give us ideas.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a
You
great
could
idea.
hear a balliste from the castle walls.
Ballista, yeah, there you go.
Rusva says to you, if you're going after the Kraken, the only real advice that I can give to you is stay away from Xanathar. You do not want to be on that guy's bad side.
Xanthos?
Xanthos, yes. Yeah. Sometimes I call him Xanathar because, just to annoy him. That's just kind of the dwarf I am. It's not because I forgot his name at all. But
Oh, absolutely, of course not. But it is. You know what? I wholly support you in your meager and petty ways, despite people in power that you dislike.
Here.
So actually, if you could tell us a little more about Xanthos in terms of how bad is he, I would love to know that.
let's just say before the king died, before Leandros decided to take over the throne, this was a pretty peaceful place. It was actually quite a bustling place. People were so peaceful that nobody really noticed all the stuff I was taking. It was fantastic. Unfortunately, since the king died, Leandros took over. Leandros is kind of absent. He's sad all the time. This priest, let me tell you,
Xanthos, okay.
Xanthos has a following of people that I don't know how many they number, but it's almost like he's creating his own army. And there is rumor that he has a temple, and it's kind of in the southeastern corner of our city. And the only map that tells you how to get into it, because it's a magical way of getting in, the only map is kept in Xanthar's, whatever his name is, in his chest that he has in his room above the palace. So if you can get in there and you can get that map and you can find the portal, I think that's where you might find more answers than just going to fight a Kraken, which seems cool until it kills you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nope.
Make an excellent point there.
You can see
Cool.
Krog's
Chest and a
gears
tower.
turning. Just want to point out that it's not inside his chest, but it's inside a chest.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it now.
Yes.
I thought his chest was somewhere.
Yeah. Billiam looks over at Krog and he says, "A chest is a big box with a lid on it. It's not just this."
This is a chest. Look at this.
And Rusaba kind of looks at Krog and he says, "Oh dear."
So you're telling us not to make him angry, but aren't we basically going to be killing his deity by slaying the Kraken?
We're
Can't imagine that
gonna be
he's not gonna be
messing up
very
his
pleased with that.
whole life. If we do it right, we're gonna be messing up his whole life. So yeah.
I mean, I think the trick is to have him only realize after the fact that we've cut him off from all of his power and the like.
Yeah.
Probably you don't want to get him angry before that.
No, I'll
You can
agree with
just,
that.
The Kraken never came around until the king was gone, and Xanathar took over.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, there's
Yeah.
something weird going on that this Kraken just suddenly came. I don't think the Kraken is his deity. I think the Kraken is his pet.
And he
I
hangs out
could
with a lot
change
of
it.
marrow, right?
He hangs out, well, I think he hangs out with a lot of marrow. I think it's not a coincidence that he went for power at the same time that the marrow started coming in. It's almost like the seas and started to go down, and he's a cause of it. And I don't know how, but I think the answers are in this palace of his.
So you're saying there's a large conspiracy about all of the things going on with all the water and the marrow.
And you can
That
see
gives him a backhand to the
Wait
back
too
of the
long to
head.
get that.
and you can see Rusaba doesn't even really get the joke. He just nods and he says,
Neither
"That's
does
very
Krog.
astute, very astute."
I think we need to go now. Where is it? And it's the palace, right? It's where Leandros is, the palace where Xanthos or Xanthar, Bob, whatever his name is, has this chest in his room, right? Like that's accessible. We don't have to get through the magical portal to get to the chest because that would be bass backwards.
No.
No, from
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
we're
Tell
going
me.
to
Yeah,
the
tell me what you remember.
no, yeah, no, from what we can gather, Xanathoros has a room in the palace that that we can then either attempt to infiltrate or just gain access by having uh, good old talk with the king. Uh, and once we have that, we can get into his palace and figure out what exactly he's trying to do, and then stop it.
And
I think that's the gist of.
Yeah, getting into the
the
temple is
gist of
the
it.
right thing to do, but
Billy,
we have to go to the palace first.
yeah, Billiam tells you. He says, "Well, we do have our dinner with the king in the palace tomorrow, so it might be a good time to try to scope things out. And we're being invited in, so we don't even really have to break in. We just have to see what's what, and maybe we can get to the chest without anybody knowing."
Yeah, no, absolutely. I say we should capitalize on the opportunity.
Sure.
We don't even have to enter a giant wooden horse this time.
And very quickly,
Great.
Billiam says, "And by we, you understand, I mean you. I am not.
Of course,
I
of
am
course.
not cut out for any of that. So I'm just gonna have my dinner, and I'll distract Leandros with conversation and talk to him a little bit about the politics in the town. And
I mean, that does sound like you're coming in with us and providing substantial benefit, bringing substantial value to this operation. It sounds like you're doing some adventuring stuff there, Billiam.
you can see this smile go over Billiam's face and just his glow, like he's never actually been complimented before. And he says to you, "Wow, thanks. I really appreciate that."
Just try to stay away from any large squid-like creatures from here on until you get back home.
He said, That's good. I'm gonna remember that." And he kind of writes it down.
Okay.
You're right.
Are we on our way?
Yeah. Okay.
I believe so, unless anyone else has anything they want to
So
do.
we move out of the shop. We've got till tomorrow evening.
Yeah. So if you want to explore, I'm gonna change the map.
What time is it now?
There's a little bit of music that I'm gonna turn down a little bit here. Okay. So comes the map. Do.
The map looks to be all dark.
It's night.
And
It's nighttime.
Yeah, we were in the-
It's,
Means a
night.
lot.
Night fell all of a sudden.
night fell all of a sudden here. Hold on a second. No, it's because you're
Is that a giant
character
kraken
tokens.
just flying in the sky right above us? Is that what
Exactly.
that is?
okay. It's because your character tokens decided not to
Not to come
to
along.
exist.
not to come along. So here, hold on. I'm
That
gonna
is
go back to
unfortunate.
scroll and things. I'm going to grab all of your tokens. Do. Then I will copy and paste. I was telling Jayush that that I created a map in Incarnate, and that's this map here, and there. So
Ooh.
that should work.
Shiny.
And
Yo.
two of you might remember because I actually used it in another campaign that we did.
Well, I remember.
You remember this map?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
remember some of these maps.
yeah. So this map is Ithaca now. So I'm
Okay, so this is
repurposing it. Okay.
Very
So
wise.
if you want, you can let me know what you want to explore. I'm actually just going to make sure that you actually have that you can actually use your characters. But it looks like everybody, Dev knows you're on top of a building there. Okay. Yeah, it looks like everybody can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Oh, there you are, Sinyo. Sinyo, you're right there. All right. So here. Go out. So there.
So what time of day is it?
Okay. So
know?
right now it's late in the day. The sun is going to be setting pretty soon. You probably have a couple of hours left. You actually just came out of the shop. So actually, where I should have put you down should have been over here, but not in the forest. Yeah, you can be over there. And the shop is just right here, where I'm pinging green here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then where was the temple theoretically? Just
He said, so this north is up, south is down. So he
Okay.
said it was in the southeast corner, or pardon me, southwest
Southeast,
corner.
so somewhere
Southwest.
like right over here.
Yeah, like way. Okay.
Southeast corner. I'm getting my directions
Southeast.
wrong. Southeast.
So
Yeah, that
so
would be
somewhere
down
over
here.
here. Somewhere over here.
Or even further off screen where it gets black again.
Yeah, I made it so you
Yes.
can't see past the mountains, but you can get around the mountains.
Right.
All right.
So if you want to explore any particular areas, or and there are people that are milling about. So there, people that are coming in and out of shops, buying groceries, very typical type of things that would be happening in a marketplace. It is pretty bustling considering that there's been the Kraken and the Marrow. You do see near the shore, near the shipyards, there's only one ship, which is for a big port city. Normally, you would expect to see, several triremes. You would expect to see fishing boats, but there's only one ship, and the other thing that you see is that they are starting to construct a fence around the shore.
Right. And that makes some kind of sense if it's marrow and stuff that are coming at them.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Couple
You have
thoughts?
A couple hours of daylight left. We do have a couple of leads we might want to capitalize on if we can. Something about if we can see or find any marrow in just freely walking about in the city. He said they were friends with a lot of.
You'd
disciples,
expect to see
friends
them
with a
around
lot of
that
Marrow.
temple, right?
That's exactly what I'm saying. So if we can find them, we might be able to sort of hone in on where the temple might be.
Yeah,
In
a few
addition-
things that you do see, right here. I'm just gonna ping it here. Right here is the inn, and then here is, it looks like Hoplite Barracks, so the army where they sleep, and then you do see a sign that says "Palace this way." That's right here, and it's pointing
Palace that
to
way.
the east.
Okay.
So is the temple? Do we know if the temple's anywhere near the palace, or?
You can sort of see the palace through the trees. So it's right here.
We don't know if the temple is near the palace now.
You don't know. You would guess that it's not, because he said it's more southeast.
So it's further down. Then.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's essentially past the palace, as far as we think.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to
Should
case
we-
the palace just in case? Get the layout a bit.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
jazz?
Let's case the place out, and then see if we can, if there's Well, maybe actually, hold on. Here's a dumb idea. How about we sort of divide and conquer? A couple of us case the palace, and a couple go for a wander looking for this, at least the location of this temple, and any
Okay.
marrow.
Okay, so who wants to be on Marrow duty? Who wants to be on Palace duty then?
I could scope out the palace.
That
Excellent.
makes sense
Excellent.
to me.
And you are very familiar with the Marrow, are you not, Dovnos?
I
Perhaps it's
am.
best to leave looking for them to you.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
which
my feeling.
case, Krog, would you rather like to attempt to infiltrate a palace in the sneakiest manner possible, or hunt for Marrow?
I'll go with Domnos.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess that leaves me with Sinyo. Sinyo.
Okay,
I'm
so
not-
if Dovnos and Krog want to tell me where they go and what they do, I'll let you know what you see.
Okay, so we're gonna go past the palace, sort of in this direction.
Okay.
See where that ping is, right in the.
Yeah, you can just here. Yeah, you can put your characters over there if you want. And then it'll open up. So basically what you see there is the palace is quite well guarded. There are quite a few hoplite warriors that are outside of the doors wandering around. They don't seem particularly threatened by you wandering around. Some of them even nod. They give they greet you. They say hello. You do see that there is a window up at the top, and same with the other side of the palace as well. And those are the only two windows in the entire building. Everything else is bricked off. There are two floors, and on the first floor it's just brick, and then the second floor it has, like I said, it has two windows, and it seems fairly quiet.
Right, and we're moving on to the temple, if we can.
Sure. You can if you move your characters towards it, then the map will open up.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we'll just.
Yeah. The way that you're trying to get to the temple, you can't get to it. The mountains are really thick. The jungle gets very, very thick, and you would have to cut your way through in order to get through. And it does. Even one of the you can notice as you're going that way, the guards kind of start watching you a little bit.
Okay, so
Need to go to the beach.
yeah, I think maybe you're right. Let's have a go then, because yeah, we'd have to have access to the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
And going
Aha.
there, what you see is two things. So the first thing you see is you do see.
Where are you, Krog? Oh, there you are.
See if I can ping this here. You see a
Yeah.
temple right here,
Yep.
and over here in this area, I'm actually going to show you
Uh-huh.
a picture of what you see, because
Further
you
south.
see basically what looks like farther off into the ocean. There's sort of a long platform, and then it looks like a place where people are being chained, basically. And here, I'll show you what it looks like. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
So it kind of leaves off the shore about here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
From the
So
farthest out.
yeah, you see this.
Hmm.
Wahoo! Above water or underwater?
This part. Oops. Can't ping that. Right here.
Psych.
I tried to ping it. So the walkway is about 2 feet underwater, and then when
Okay.
you get to, if you can see that brown part, that part actually comes up out of the water, and it looks like it's got something, like it's got chains on it so that people can be chained to it.
Right. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. And could you give me could you do a perception check?
Damn. Sure. Hold on. Character sheet. Perception.
Both of us?
Yeah, actually you both can do it because you're both looking.
Woohoo! Perception's pretty good today.
5.
I got it.
Krog
I
is
got
pretty
22.
sure that everything's fine. Dovnos, you, however, knowing the marrow and knowing a little bit more about the ocean, you see this what is a sacrificial rock, and you know that the idea of people sacrificing themselves willingly, if this were true, they wouldn't be chained to this rock. The fact that they're being chained to it tells you that this isn't as willing as Xanthos is making everybody believe.
Right.
Yeah. And then
So, okay, keep going.
yeah, I was gonna say, well, and then as you two ponder that, I'm gonna see what Ain and Sinyo are gonna do.
Cool.
Right. So Senior, how would you like to tackle this one today? Do we want to attempt to walk in as like tourists, or do we want to, just try to hop over the walls and try to be unseen?
I suppose we could kind of feign ignorance and try and stumble in there like a couple lost tourists.
Makes me think of Han Solo and Chewbacca. I don't know, fly casual.
And at the very least, if they kick us out, then we could try again, except with more furtive means.
All right then. Would you like to take the lead? Take the lead. I'm not. The only thing I'm good at is acting old. So.
Sure, I could do that. I'll
Okay.
take the lead.
And whereabouts are you going into again? Sorry.
We're gonna. If Sinya, if I believe what the plan was is we're gonna just attempt to go straight in, just like tourists who are lost. Like, hey, can we? Like this place looks cool. Can we go in? It's like
Into the temple, right?
Mm-hmm.
no to the palace.
Oh, the palace.
Right, the
Okay.
palace, yes,
Palace.
Oh, okay.
To the palace.
Sorry, I was mixed
Yeah,
up.
they're
That's
casing out the
one.
palace while we case out
Yeah.
the temple.
Yeah. We're looking to see if we can, at the very least, route a way to, or if we can just take the scroll. We take the scroll and then we kill him and then we go, hey, Xanthan Gum, your plans are over.
Sure. As soon as you get to the door, 4 very large hoplite guards block your way, and they say to you, "Do you have an appointment?"
Ain's busy just standing behind Sinyo. He's sort of like leaning on his cane a little more. His back is hunched. It's like, what? Are they saying something, Sinyo?
Yes, we're here to see the priest to help cure my grandfather of his gout.
Well, the priest is helping Leandros with his grief today. Come back tomorrow. You can get an audience then.
I highly insist that he sees us today.
He says nobody gets in today.
Ain will begin to begin to fake pain in his gouted foot as he goes, ah!
One of the hoplite guards runs and catches you, and immediately you get the sense that they're not being jerks. They're just trying to do their jobs. And he says if it's of any help, I can try to bandage the wound until tomorrow. Maybe I can be of some assistance.
Tell you what, how about we persuade you with a bit of gold coin?
One of the guards says, "Excuse me, are you trying to bribe us?"
No. I just found some gold on the ground, and I figured perhaps it belongs to one of you folks.
Well, it sounds like you're trying to bribe us, and it really depends on how much we're talking here.
How much have I actually got here? I actually don't have much gold.
I don't think we leveled up your gold when we brought you up to level 5. So level 5, we would say you have at least 200 gold.
Oh, okay. It looks like I found 100.
They all kind of look at each other. That's more money than they make in a month. and they say, you know, I do remember there being an appointment available today, right now, actually, if you would really like to come in. And
Hey, that's great news. Isn't that great news, Father?
They're gonna get rid of my trout.
Yes, absolutely.
is that your drought or your gout?
He's also going slightly senile too, so
Afflicted with a case of the lout.
He's turning into Krog.
as you can see, he really needs help.
All right. Here, let's see here. Okay, I'm going to show you what you see.
Ooh. Ooh.
You're not there yet. You're not there yet.
Oh.
There. All right.
Okay.
So you get into the palace and let you in, and it's quite stunning. It's beautiful. It's got marble floors. There are no windows. It is quite stuffy inside. However, there are torches. There very large hot coals that are emitting kind of a magical light, almost illuminating the entire room. You can see hoplites that are standing guard. You can see there are people around in robes, and then there's a long table. And on at the head of the table, on a throne, you can see Hector. Actually, not King Leandros. Leandros died. I really got to review my my material before I start. So Hector is sitting on a throne, and Xanthos is sitting to the right of him. And immediately Xanthos turns and he says, "What kind of insolence is this? And who has let these people in?" And the guards who let you guys in, they scatter.
That's
Excellent.
an organized guard.
Huh. How about?
Hello.
And Hector looks at you and he says, "I remember you. You were at the beach. Is that correct? You were with other people. You were with Billiam, as a matter of fact."
Oh no.
I remember hearing something about an ox, but I apologize that I was too busy burying my father to really be of any assistance to you. What can I do? And as soon as he says that, you can see Xanthos gets he is visibly upset. He just does not he does not want, he obviously doesn't want you there. And Xanthos whispers something to Hector, and Hector sort of pushes him off and says, "No, I am still in charge until tomorrow. I will do whatever I can. Tell me, what is it that you need? What is it that I can do for you today?"
I think
Well,
this is a little bit more than we were expecting.
hold on. I think I've got something. Truth be told, this is the first time either of us have gotten the chance to be invited to your lovely palace, and the two of us, we just absolutely love the way the architecture looked from the outside, and we couldn't help but want to take a look at the inside as well. This is a beautiful, a sort of a beautiful, resplendent palace. We're actually quite big fans of the stonework around here, marble pillars. As he just like gingerly strokes a pillar off to his side, as if he's admiring it.
Hector says to you, I appreciate the fact that you have such an appreciation for the masonry that has been done in my palace. This was done by my father's father, father's father's father. And
The 5 generations up, or 6?
he kind of counts on his fingers. He says 6.
Oh, okay.
What I do remember though is I remember that you were with other people. We're just about to sit down for dinner. I would really appreciate having some company. You seem like fine people. Go round up your friends, bring them here, and we will eat together." And he kind of claps.
Oh, okay. Uh,
Is he for real? Is this really happening?
and
All right.
this has gone better and worse than I thought it would ever go. So I'm gonna count this as a win.
All right. Well, I guess one of us should go grab the other two wherever they went.
Uh,
But
And what? Why don't you go?
all right, yeah, sure. I'll gladly go. All right, you can handle this.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll go grab the other two, and yeah, I'll be right back. That sounds lovely. Thank you very much for the dinner invitation.
All right.
Absolutely. And actually, I was just wondering, is there, my apologies, but was there like a bathroom somewhere that I could use, like a wash closet somewhere? I'm still need to, wash my hands. Still a little dirty after, exploring the wonderful town. Also, haven't been able to use a restroom for several hours now. I was wondering if
He
that's
says,
possible.
"Well, of course there is." And he points to one of the people in robes, and "Ixion, take this gentleman to the water closet, and it's actually outside and around the corner,
Oh,
and she
okay,
takes you there."
wonderful.
And
All
and
right.
and Sinyo would know. You knew exactly where the other two were headed, so we're gonna say that you have found them, and they are casing the palace as we speak, looking around it.
All right. Uh, so there is a single robed, a single sort of robed priest, or what is it?
Yep. Helper, I guess.
Helper,
Yeah.
like a servant.
Yep.
All right.
They're gonna come in.
Uh, Absolutely. As we're sort of walking to the wash closet, he's just gonna ask, "So, Zinyo, was it?"
Oh, Sinyo's
Oh
your
no,
friend. Yeah.
no,
No, it
Zinyo,
was
not Zinyo. What was the
Ixion.
name of the guy?
Ixion.
Ixion. Ixion was it? Palace certainly seems to be a rather busy place nowadays.
The palace has been a wonderful place to work. It's been a tribute to my family. It's been my salvation, my safety net. It's been everything that I could absolutely hope that it would be. And then as you get sort of farther away from the palace,
Mm-hmm,
Ixion gets a little bit closer to you and
mm-hmm.
whispers to you, "You really shouldn't stay here. Xanthos is mad. He's crazy. I I am worried that I'm next on the chopping block. Anybody who speaks up to him suddenly becomes Kraken food. And to be honest, I don't know what we're going to do once Hector is gone. Hector seems
Yes.
convinced that his that there's a curse on Ithaca, and that this curse can only be lifted, and the marrow will retreat once a curse is lifted if he sacrifices himself to the Kraken."
Oh, well, that's certainly a development I wasn't quite expecting. Uh, Aim will sort of lean in, and sort of pat. Don't worry, that's what we're here for. Now, I do need to use the washroom. That was true. Do you happen to know any way into Xanathar's room?
He says, "Yeah, the only way that
Yes.
you could get in, honestly, without being seen, is to climb in through the window. It's the window is not on the side that we're on right now, but it's on the side away from the mountains, closer to the trees. And if you climb up the wall, if you can, unnoticed, then you get in through the window that way. That's the only way that you're going to get into Xanthos' room."
Mhm. All right. Now I'm going to go use the washroom. Uh, I do hope that you will stay outside and just make sure that my friends don't arrive and the dinner starts without me. As Ain will give him a wink.
Says,
And
"Okay." And
as Ain is going to use 2 key points as the tattoos around his arm flail up again as he sort of just reaches up using his 10-foot reach now, begin to grab and latch on and attempt to scale his way up.
Okay. And while that's happening, Sinyo, you found Devnos and Krog.
Okay. So, are you gonna?
No time to explain. Just come with me. All right, we've been invited to a dinner.
What?
A dinner where?
We did dinner with the priest and Hector.
Food.
Yeah.
So dinner got moved up a night, or this is a new dinner?
This is a new development. We just walked right into the palace, and Hector invited us all to have dinner with him.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay, right.
Let's
I
eat.
guess we're off then. Okay, so is the map gonna come back for us?
Yeah. Here.
And you should probably move our tokens then too.
Yep. I'm gonna actually just move your tokens. Okay. So actually, you tell me first. Are you going to go back into the Are you going to go into the temple, or are you going to just go towards the temple first?
Palace.
The palace. I mean, sorry.
We're at the palace, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
So,
you're outside the palace, and you hear somebody like psst, psst, over by an outhouse, and he's kind of waving to you, and he's waving you over.
Okay.
All right, let's see what he has to say. Actually, he's been there this whole time.
Yep.
And I'm gonna
Let's go.
move your tokens over there. He points over to a wall underneath one of the windows, and he says, "I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but your friend kind of sprouted other limbs, and he's now climbing a wall." And he leaves.
He leaves. He's done. It's like
He's done.
I've delivered my message. I gotta go.
Yep.
All right.
I thought I was dealing with sane people, and now I've realized that I am dealing with the unholy.
Okay. Well, then, as long as we're clear. Okay. So now, right now, the map is completely black for me.
Yeah,
so-
I'm opening it up right now. Hold on.
Okay. Okay. So looking up.
Okay.
How far up have I gotten?
Okay, so looking up, and actually I just realized you guys aren't going to be inside the palace, so actually I was putting it in the wrong place. So looking up, basically it's probably a good 100 feet up, at least 150 feet. It's pretty high up. The window, it looks like it's open. There's a nice breeze. There's a nice waft of salty ocean air coming towards you, and at this moment there doesn't seem to be any guards around.
Isn't that convenient? Okay, but and looking up the wall, is Aim there or is he gone?
You can see him scaling the wall with these
Okay,
extra limbs.
and how's his progress? Is he like
He looks like
a
he's
few feet
waiting.
from us?
He actually looks like he's waiting for you. There you go.
Like you'll see one of the big hands just sort of wave.
Okay, so now what?
Thought
You
we
throw
were
him a
gonna
rope?
eat.
Stop, drop, and roll. Is that what you said?
Or should we?
Ain will attempt to sign like eat with the king and Xanthos as he'll try to steal the scroll? Question mark?
That sounds like a
The
good
map?
idea. Yeah, we should probably still go eat dinner just to make sure they don't get suspicious.
But there's still. I mean, okay, yep. I mean, not knowing how this came about, I'm in.
Because both
Our
the
dinner
king and
was moved up a
Xanthos is
day.
in the main hall.
Okay,
It
so
was moved up a day.
so
They
the
won't-
the only one who's going into the window then is Ain. Is that correct?
I guess so. I'm the one with the most best chance of escape as well. So I'm the one with the best chance of escape. So
Fair enough.
All right. So what I'm going to do
Alright.
is first I'm going to put you guys into the dinner, and then you can tell me what you do, and then we'll come back and we'll visit Ain to see
Done,
see
done,
how Ain
done,
is
done,
doing.
Done.
Okay. Oops.
Please make good excuses for me.
The roll 20 is reloading my map because I hit the wrong button there.
I was at the toilet. I forgot to mention this. I went to the toilet. Actually, would Sinyo have heard that I was like, I need to please, can I use the toilet?
Yeah, Sinyo would have
Would
known.
Sinyo have heard that?
Yep.
Okay, so hopefully Sinyo can put two together.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm just gonna delete
that.
Sinyo and Ain. And okay.
Is Sinyo not coming into the dinner?
Krog, Devnos, and Sinyo are at the dinner. And
Are we at the
Yep,
table like that?
there. So yeah, sorry, mine's just reloading here. Okay, so basically, you go in and same thing. You see this really amazing palace, the marble floors, artwork around. No windows though, but there are magical lights that make it feel like that it's pretty sunny. You see Hector at the head of a table, and Xanathos. Xanathos rather, sitting to his right. Immediately, Hector calls you over and says, "Come, sit at the table. Let's eat." You will tell me some tales of your adventures that have brought you here.
Thank you, Your Highness.
And he says, for today, you may call me Hector.
Thank you, Hector.
Thank you indeed.
Right. And as you sit down, what winds up happening is one of the robed people they're pouring wine for all of you and bringing you food, and one of them accidentally spills a little bit of the wine on Xanathos and immediately freezes, and you can see the terror in their eyes. And Xanathos stands up and he says, "What kind of insolence is this?" and grabs the hand of the robed one and slams it onto the table and takes out a dagger and holds it up over the robed one and says, "There would never be insolence like this that is not paid for." And as soon as this takes place, Hector stands, grabs Xanathos' hand and says, "Xanathos, that is enough. This is not how we rule. This is not how we do things. You will sit and you will relax." And Hector immediately grabs his own goblet of wine, pours it on the floor and says, "It is just wine," and puts his goblet down. And then he sits. His wine is immediately refilled, and he looks over at you, and he particularly at Devnos, and he says, "You look like one that knows the sea well. Tell me, what do you know of the Kraken?"
Well, there are many stories of the Kraken with my people. They generally don't end well, either for the participants or the Kraken, depending on the story.
Tell me if you've ever heard or seen a curse that has been lifted after the Kraken has been fulfilled.
Interesting. I find that Kraken themselves are the curse.
He pats you on the back and he says, "Tomorrow you will see a magnificent thing. You will see a curse lifted, and you will take this story of my bravery and of my love for my people back to your people, and you will tell them. You will tell them of Hector, the line of Leandros, the ruler of Ithaca, who loved his people so much that he gave his life so that this curse could be lifted." And you can see a pride in his face. You can see he genuinely believes this. He genuinely loves his people.
That is a noble thought. As I said before, I worry that the Kraken itself is the curse.
And he says, "Xanathos has studied the Kraken well. He has his moments," and he kind of gives him that sideline. And you can see Xanathos does not look very happy about what just happened with the wine. And he says, "But at the end of the day, Xanathos means well, and Xanathos will find a ruler that will welcome us. I do have a sister. She would be the next in line to rule, but she disappeared. A week passed, and because we don't have the ships anymore to go look for her, because the Marrow have come, they have destroyed our ships in battle. They have waged war with us. The Kraken has destroyed some. We have not been able to look for her, but Xanathos tells me that he will find her and he will bring her back, and I trust him. He looked after my father well. He will look after me as well.
Insight check on Xanathos.
Sure. Roll and let me know what you got.
Nice roll. Roll to 17. Insight is +5. 22.
Okay, you are pretty sure that Xanathos has an ulterior motive. He doesn't seem too concerned about the people at all. He at this moment actually he seems very angry at the one that spilled the wine on him, and very much focused on that.
So at this point, after the king just said something about, he said something about Xanathos is going to find his sister, right?
Yeah.
Krog lets out a very large snort.
You get
and
kind of a
sort of sprays his food with snot.
you.
Job, Krog.
Two things happen
Krog,
when
get a hold
you
of
do
yourself.
that. Xanathos first gives you kind of a snarl, and immediately your food is taken away and fresh food is put in front of you. And Hector says to you, he says, "Gesundheit, when since this is my last meal and this is my last night in the palace, we will have fresh food and we will have good eats. And while that is happening, while you're at dinner, we're gonna check in on Ain and see what Ain is up to."
So have I gone all the way up?
You
Uh,
have gone all the way up, and here's
Approximately how
1
far is it
second.
from up here to the ground?
It's about 100 feet.
100 feet.
Yeah.
All right.
And where are you? Oh, there. Okay, so I'm gonna copy you from this map, and I'm gonna put you on the other map so you can see what's going on.
Excellent. Excellent. I cannot see what's going
Anything?
what's going
No,
on.
you cannot. Aha. There. Now you can. All right. So
He's here.
oh yeah, no, he's not supposed to be there. There.
He's here.
He's
Aiden
here. What's
immediately goes
happening?
into a fight.
Yeah, it's just a statue. I am Xanathos'
It's
twin
just a
brother.
statue?
No, that's not. It's not. It's not that story.
I'm Xanathar, Xanathos' good
Yeah.
twin brother instead of the evil one.
That I've been held captive. No, you wind up. It is just like the robed one had told you. You were inside of a room. It's immaculate. It's beautifully crafted. There's a bed. There's a chest. There's a fire that's going, and there's a dresser in front of you.
All right. Ain's gonna first. He's gonna look for traps.
Okay.
He's been through this roll more than once. What do I have to roll for traps?
Traps will be a sleight of hand.
A slide looking for trap sleight of hand.
Yep.
Excellent. All right. I don't know. I don't know why it's rolling with advantage. That's a 7.
Yeah, 7. Okay. It's rolling advantage because I have it set up that it automatically rolls for advantage. Even though we don't need it to roll for advantage, which is fine. Okay, so you don't find any traps. You're fairly sure that there's no traps in here.
All right. In that case, then Ain is going to take a look around to see if he can find anything that resembles a map or a scroll.
Or a chest.
There's a chest, but I'm looking for anything out in the open first before he has to. The
Oh,
less
fair
things
enough.
Ain has to open, the better.
Sure. A few things that you notice. One thing is that the bed is perfectly tucked in. It's it looks like you could bounce a gold piece off of it, and it's very well made. There's no dust. You don't find any dirt. It looks like it's been polished.
Really well kept.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's, like I said, there's a dresser, there's 3 drawers, and there's the chest.
All right. Ain is going to take a step back with his arm, with his large arms of the astral self. He's going to stay like about 10 feet away as much as he can. He's going to begin to rifle through the stuff. He's trying not to be really loud, mind you, but he's just trying to rifle through.
Go
Sure.
through it quickly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Inside the dresser, you mean, or?
Yep, inside the dresser first.
Yeah. So the inside the dresser's not locked. You open up the drawers. There's robes. There's shoes. It just typical clothing.
Okay. So nothing. Okay.
No keys.
He's going
No
to
keys.
No keys. He's going to move 10 feet away from the chest, and he's going to use his big arms to try to just open the chest.
Okay.
As he's sort of miming it.
The chest is locked.
The chest is
Oh,
locked.
surprising.
Excellent. Is there like a physical lock on it, or is the lock built in?
The lock is built in.
I punch the lock.
Okay. What I'm gonna have you do is give me a stealth check.
A stealth check?
Yeah.
Absolutely, I can provide one for you. Stealth. Where'd that come? That's a 9.
Okay.
Ooh.
You hear a knocking on the door, and you hear a voice on the other side that says, "Who's in there?"
Pick up the chest.
How big is
and
the
pitch
chest?
it out the window?
Yeah. How big is the chest?
The chest is probably 2 feet long, a foot long. It's not a huge chest. It's you could pick it up with both hands easily.
Pick it up with both hands easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You know what? Ain is going. Window's still open. Yeah.
Yeah,
Window
window's still
was
open.
always open. Yeah.
Yep.
Ain is going to. He has his actual self. I can use my wisdom instead of my strength modifier for any checks I need to make. That require strength. He's just gonna pick up the chest and attempt to hop out of the window with it.
Okay. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna do a dexterity roll off. So you're gonna give me a dexterity roll, and then I'm gonna do a dexterity roll. Because you're a monk, I'll let you do either dexterity or wisdom. Your choice.
Okay, I'll do wisdom. Come on, Ain, roll well tonight. Come on, Ain, roll well. Hold on, give me a moment. 15.
Who?
Not
Okay.
great.
Did
No.
mine?
That's better than the 9
Oh.
you got before.
Well, I rolled a 1, so
Excellent.
yeah. So basically, what happens is you get out the window, and just as you get out the window, you can hear somebody trying to come in the door, and he says, "Oh, forgot to turn the door handle again," and then he turns the door handle, and as he
There's a
comes
pull-
in,
there's a pull-
you're
there's a
already
pull door.
gone. Yeah, and
Frog.
and you get away. My brother,
Excellent.
my long lost brother.
That's right.
I'm going to sneak out. I'm still on the roof. I'm going to sneak out a little farther away so that I don't think anyone can hear me. I'm going to punch off the lock. See if I can just punch off that lock.
Okay. We'll do another. I mean, basically, you could just keep on doing it until you break it because you're
Yep.
you're not in a place where anybody's going to discover you. So we'll say that you do break it open.
Pop.
I mean, at this
Ah.
point, you could probably just destroy the chest too, right? So there's no point in having
I
you
punch-
roll for it.
I mean, I want to put the chest back so that it doesn't.
Ah.
He doesn't think anything's amiss.
Other than the
later on,
busted
aside
lock?
from missing a lock. I'll take the busted lock. I don't. Then it's like who?
No,
where's the
you
lock on
said the
side
lock
of
was
it?
built in, right?
The lock was built in. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
the lock's built in. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah. There's no way you're breaking
What
open the lock without the chest looking damaged.
Yeah. What insolence is this? The lock is broken.
Yeah. So
I will break open the
you
chest.
do get the chest open, and inside of the chest, you actually find what looks like an orb, and it's wrapped in a purple cloth.
Wrapped in a purple cloth.
Yep.
Excellent. I will take the orb, sort of stow it away in one of my many pockets inside of my robe.
Okay.
And I will sneak back to the room. Does it
There's
still sound
somebody
like
in it.
someone
There's actually you can hear quite a few people inside of it now.
people
We
inside
were
of it?
looking for a map.
Yeah.
There was an orb, correct?
Yep.
Just the orb.
Yep.
Nothing.
Nothing else.
Okay.
Okay.
Nothing else. Well, I'll take the orb. I'll deposit the chest. I'll leave it just outside, to the side of the window where you can't see it from if you're going out, or if you're looking out the window, you can't see it. Well, I'll just leave the chest there for now. And it sounds like they're doing like a pretty thorough search of the
They are, yeah. You can
of
see
the
them
room.
like looking out the window, and they're trying to find who it's in there.
All right. In that case, Ain will just begin to sneak off and away. He is going to 100 feet up. Yeah.
Yep.
Do I want to chance this? I'm.
Yeah.
Ain is going to sort of move away from where the sound was, sort of towards the the wash closet.
Okay.
He's going to. Is there anyone around the wash closet? Like,
Nope.
anyone patrolling
Nope.
around? No.
Nope.
All right. He is going to begin to lower himself down slowly, and then once he gets to about like 60 or 50, 60 feet from the ground, he's just going to let go and just going to drop.
Okay. Yeah, they don't seem too concerned about the wash closet, so.
Excellent. And then drop, and because of slow fall, I negate 25 points of fall damage if I would take any.
Okay. No, you won't take any fall damage.
Sure, cool, excellent. I am going to then quickly do my business because Aiden really did need to go, and then he will begin to head his way back inside.
Okay. Like nothing happened.
Like nothing happened. No,
All right.
not at all. This went well. This went very well.
Okay, so as the dinner is progressing, you all see Ain come in.
The
My
extra limbs, you put
apologies,
the extra limbs away, right?
Yeah, no, they're gone. They're gone.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Okay. Just making
And Ain, as you come in, you can see that one of the hoplite guards is chatting with Hector and whispering into his ear. And Hector kind of sighs and he says, station extra guards outside. Station extra guards with Xanthos. Make sure that he's kept safe. Tomorrow is a very important day and we don't want anything going wrong.
My apologies. It seems that I really did need to use that washroom a lot more than I thought I did. I don't suppose there's a seat for me left at the table.
And Ixion actually takes you over to the seat over right here.
Thank you, Ixion.
And Hector looks at you and he says, welcome back. I was getting a little bit worried, but a man of your age, I can understand why you took as long as you did. Of course, you must have lots of adventures that you have seen, that you have accomplished. Tell me one of your adventures.
Oh, absolutely. I think one of them was quite a while. Was a way back. I was once on a sailing ship with several of my friends back when we were, the young, rough and tumble type, and we came across a group of odd fish creatures that seemed to be trolling the ways and the waters. Thankfully, back then I also was in much better shape than I currently am. And we managed
as
to
you're telling your
fight them off.
story, you notice one of the other robed figures walks over and whispers something to Xanathos, and you can see a panicked look on his face at first, and he gets his composure back, and he stands up and he says, I'm very sorry. I am ill. I am not well. I must go." And he leaves with the robed figure.
With the
Yeah.
Okay.
How does Hector react?
Hector says, Xanthos, I hope you're well. I hope everything is fine. Make sure that, and he says to the hoplites again, he says, make sure that he is kept safe until tomorrow, and I will see you first thing tomorrow, Xanthos. And Xanthos disappears through...
Before Xanthos goes, I want to do an insight check and see if he actually is feeling sick.
Sure.
20.
Not
a natural.
He's not feeling sick. He is feeling panicked. And he disappears through the door.
All right. as he does, Ain is gonna look around, look to Ixion, sort of just wondering, like you'll like raise an eyebrow, sort of asking like, is everyone in this room safe? Does anyone in this room like a loyalist or anything?
He says to you, no one in this room is loyal to Hector, and no one in this room is safe.
All right.
Who said that?
My good friend.
Ixion,
whispering- I'm
who's
whispering
right
to him.
beside.
Uh,
Oh, right. Well, I believe you. Well, pardon my forthcoming with this, but I do believe there was some sort of call to rescue a princess. No, it's part of the reason why I began to travel down, and I believe the same for Dovnos and Krog over here.
Hector says to you, I'm sure Xanathos will put together a party. I'm sure if you wanted to volunteer for it, Xanathos would be more than happy to have you go along with him. I fear she may not even be alive still, but even if there's a chance, we will send our last ship to go find her.
So what happens then if Xanathos does not
Xanathos
find her?
won't find her.
He says he will find her. I have to believe that. The only reason why we have not found her is because of the curse. Once the curse is lifted, she will be found. That is the way. That is what I believe. And the only way to lift the curse is for me to give my life to the Kraken.
He's not gonna find her.
So, how did this curse come about, and what can you tell us about the curse?
He kind of looks off into the distance and he gets this almost like he's going down memory lane kind of look on his face, and he says, what can we say about curses? What can we say about where they came from, where they began? It's like talking about where the world began. Like where does it start? Where does it end? We don't know. All we know is the part of it that we play when we're amidst the curse. And that's the part that I know. I know that the part that I play in the curse is to give my life to the Kraken. The part my father Leandros played was to fight back the marrow so that we would have this moment to appease the Kraken. And once we do, the seas will rise again, our ships will be built strong, and Ithaca will become the great city that it was before.
Krog
you
snorts again.
Your food is immediately taken away and a new plate is put in front of you.
No,
And
yes,
yeah, that sounds like crazy talk.
Any.
I believe we've encountered something like this before, have we not, gentlemen? There was a group of Marrow that were harassing good old Williamstown. Dreadful sight, taking away children and women. And if I recall correctly, Dovnos, wasn't there a large effigy of a kraken deep within the temple?
There was, and this is something that's making me concerned. I mean, the Marrow are an evil race to start with, and they have been known to foster Kraken themselves. So this is where I'm having trouble. This is why I asked about the curse, right? If you can talk about the evidence for the curse, if you can talk about, I mean, I understand that there have been some tragedies. Leandros has died, your sister has disappeared, but these things seem connected and not random or accidental, but they seem to be connected to a specific and malevolent will, as opposed to
Krog coughs. Xanthos.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
No subtlety there.
My lord, my lord Hector. Uh, if I can be so bold to suggest something, most of us, and I'm sure Shinya would be happy to join in. We all came here to help answer the call to rescue your sister. Uh, but if you would allow us, it would be such a shame to lose such a great and strong, proud leader as yourself. Would you be willing to give us the night to attempt to investigate this curse and look into it, to attempt to release it through means other than your noble sacrifice?
What I'm going to have you all do is a persuasion check
Okay, here
to
we
see
go.
if
I don't
you've
have good
to see if
charisma.
you've convinced him.
I don't have good charisma. Let's go.
Going to be interesting. Hold on.
Persuasion check.
Yeah.
Persuasion.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it's
this is gonna go
14
badly.
is the number you're going for. Oh, Dovno, so close. Okay, and
Yeah,
So,
that's disappointing.
Wait,
yeah, Krog,
Okay, here we
you
go.
made your noise too,
That's a
so yeah,
9.
you can too.
That's a 9.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
This was going
We
so
lose.
well.
No, it's really not.
No.
This was going so well.
I rolled a 4.
Nice.
We
So
are not a very talkative party.
he,
So Sinyo rolled a 9, right?
9 plus
Yeah.
whatever your persuasion modifier is.
would that be under charisma?
charisma, yeah.
1?
Yeah.
So
So he lets out a hearty laugh, and he pats Ain on the shoulder, and he says, "You know, I think you are fine." And he kind of pauses. He looks at Davnos and he says, "People, for lack of a better word. I I appreciate you coming into my world and my life in this time that is so fleeting, and I I am going to be when I am taken by the Kraken, my thoughts are not only going to be just that my people will finally be free, but it's going to also be on the faith that will be restored to all of you when you see the seas rise, and Triton, when you see your home rise again, and the marrow beaten back with the end of the curse. I want you to remember me, and I want you to raise a glass to King Hector, who may have had a short rule, but he had one that saved his people. So I will bid you all good night, and I do hope that you will join the journey to go gather my sister and to save her when the Kraken is appeased and the oceans come back to us and her ships are returned, and I will see you again.
Insight check on Hector.
Sure.
Does he believe what he's saying? Nice. Dirty 20.
Yeah, absolutely 100%. You've never seen anybody as sincere as Hector
committed.
is.
Frog snorts again.
Food is taken away and replaced, but this time in a little bag for you to take home.
oh hell yeah. Take it.
Food is
Take it.
fine. Leave the food. It's the
Okay,
great
so we're off then. Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for your kindness, and thank you for your attention.
And he nods.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately,
uh,
fortunately, we're at
my
8:30,
liege.
so we are actually
Oh,
going to
no.
have to leave it there, and
Oh,
then
no.
hopefully we'll be able to have maybe some special events as as we go on. But for those who are still watching, thank you very much for watching our stream. But also we are beginning in-person Dungeons and Dragons at the end of April 26th. And pretty excited about being able to play in person, even if I'll just be watching. Jayush, who was playing Ain today, he is a resident DM, and he will be running the game. So I'd actually like to say thank you again to Jayush for taking that up. That's really awesome.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, and I'm going to say
Always do
goodnight
more
to
games, so-
everybody. And I'll let my players say goodnight as well, and then we will end the Twitch stream. And and then if my players will just stay on for a minute so that I can say a proper goodbye as well, we will do that. So thank you everybody for coming, and we will see you again.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.